Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how to make a tortoise enclosure. Enclosure can be indoors or outdoors, but because I keep my tortoise outdoors and I am more experienced in it, I will first show you outdoor enclosure. My place is safe from predators, so I keep my tortoises totally outdoors except heavy rains and super freezing nights. The enclosure spot should be under a tree where it gets partial sunlight whole day or at least from morning till noon. This enclosure is 4 feet by 3 feet and I keep maximum 4 to 5 juveniles in here. The walls should be at least 18 inches tall. This not only prevent tortoises from escaping, but it will also block their vision and they cannot see outside of the enclosure. Because tortoises have tendency to go out if they can see something outside of the enclosure. There should be one hiding spot inside the enclosure which is dark and feels safe to tortoise. Though the enclosure is already under a tree and have partial shade, keeping some plants will give extra shade and increase humidity. It will also work as visual barrier and a tortoise can nibble on plants if they are edible. Next most important element in the enclosure is a water dish. There is a misconception that tortoises do not drink water, but in fact they do. So, tortoise hydration is very important. There should be at least one shallow water dish with clean, fresh water available all the time. It should be shallow enough that even a hatchling cannot drown even if it is full. And you should be cleaning the water dish every week or so. If you have water dish in the enclosure, you will not need to soak your tortoise very often, yet the tortoise will be hydrated. The next element is few flat stones or any flat material that has rough surface. Because we are keeping tortoises directly on soil, soil or sand particles might stick with the food and that may cause problems sometimes. So, it will help not picking up the dirt with food and it will trim the tortoise beak or jaw naturally. We also need to keep the enclosure clean by picking up the leftover food and tortoise poop to prevent bacteria buildup and making our tortoise sick. These are the basics of an enclosure. You can add things according to your creativity and requirements. Now, let's see about indoor enclosure. For the indoor enclosure, you can make a wooden box with the same dimensions and soil media. But the most important thing is never keep the walls transparent. One side made of glass looks very cool, but it can stress out your tortoise because it can see through it but cannot go out from there. It will be great if you can keep the indoor enclosure near a window or a spot where it gets sunlight for few hours at any time of day. If you do not have any spot with sunlight, then you will need to get UVB bulbs. But the thing you should keep in mind is that you will have to change it after every few months as the UV spectrum of the bulb fades away. Along with the UVB bulbs, you should install a basking lamp near a corner at a height where the basking spot temperature does not exceed from 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Except this, everything else remains same, like few plants for shade and visual barrier, a hiding spot away from the basking area, and of course, a water dish. Because I have never kept my tortoises totally indoors under artificial lights and heat, I do not have much experience about it. So, I would request you to please study and refer to other experienced keeper for indoor keeping.